Hi, I'm Denise, and I'm working with the Tobacco Prevention and Control Program. Today we will be sharing with you two volunteer recruitment examples. The first, recruiting an advocacy chair, and the second, recruiting a media spokesperson. During the role plays, look for the following 5 key elements of volunteer recruitment. The first, establishing a need. The second, explaining responsibilities. The third, answering questions and concerns. The fourth, sharing benefits. And finally, providing contact information for follow-up. In the second clip, we will show you an example of a media spokesperson recruitment. Jill Trempe is the Coalition Coordinator of the Tri-County Coalition for Health. Cindy Hunter is currently not an official coalition member, but has signed on as a supporter at the presentation that was done at the Women's Alliance for Heath County. She indicated that she was interested in working with the media. Cindy is a former Miss Heath County and works in PR for Bronson Electronics Corporation, which is a huge company in the area. Her daughter is going to law school, and so she's looking for new things to fill her time now that she's an empty nester.
Hi Cindy, thanks so much for meeting with me
Hi.
today. As I mentioned on the phone when I called you, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk with you about some volunteer opportunities with the coalition, with the Tri-County Coalition for Health. I know that you recently attended the Women's Alliance for Heath County event that we spoke at, and that you had filled out a form indicating that you were interested in getting more involved with the coalition, and then possibly, working with the media, which is why I wanted to talk with you a little bit more. As a coalition, we definitely, like to get our message out to the media. Want to be considered a reliable source of information for the media, but then also, getting our message out to the community so that they understand the importance of tobacco control and prevention. And I know that with your previous experience as Miss Heath County and your work in public relations at Bronson Electronics, as the coalition was meeting, we thought that you might be a natural fit to serve as a media spokesperson for our coalition.
Wow, I'm flattered that you would think of me about this. The one concern I might have is, do you really think, since I'm not officially a coalition member yet, and certainly am considering joining, but do you think it's appropriate for me to take on such a leadership role, considering I'm so new to the coalition and tobacco control issues? I'm a little worried I might be off message, and I'm still learning, and I'm just wondering, I know you had mentioned something about I don't know if there's others I could bounce ideas off of, or what do you think?
Well, those are definitely good points. Well, first of all, I think being new to the coalition is not necessarily a disadvantage.
Okay.
We do have some great trainings, and definitely be doing one in orientation for you, for what the coalition's been doing,
Great.
and then also as a state what we're doing in tobacco control work. Also you do have, a lot of experience working with the media, professionally and that type of thing, so we can definitely draw on those skills. We do have 2 people that currently been recruited as spokespeople. One is a longer term volunteer, and the other one is actually a little bit newer volunteer as well. So we definitely be doing some trainings on how to be a spokesperson, what our messages are, and that type of thing. So you would definitely have a team to work with. You'd be working with the other 2 spokespeople, and then myself as the coalition coordinator, as we look for earned media opportunities, and then, as we handle requests from the local media as well.
Great. Well, right now I am looking for a volunteer opportunity that's going to fill my time, not only in terms of being interesting and challenging, but also filling more of my time. I don't know if you know that, but my daughter has recently gone off to law school, so I do have some more time left on my hands. I do think I have some skills that I can bring to the table. I'm just wondering if the coalition has a written job description for the media.
We actually do, and I have it right here with me. I know it seems a bit overwhelming at first. Some of them are kind of our standard things that we put in about the coalition and such, but it does get a little bit more into detail about what the responsibilities would be. Mainly, looking at, first of all, someone to help us respond to requests that we get from the media, which, does come up, quite frequently, especially, as, we're moving into implementation of the statewide smoke-free air law. and we're getting a lot of calls and questions and that type of thing from the local media. And then we're also looking at opportunities for earned media, as I mentioned earlier.
Definitely.
And, helping us, shape our story, so that the media is more likely to grab onto it.
Great.
So those are, a couple of the main things. And then obviously, being able to attend trainings and, coalition meetings as necessary.
Great. Well, this looks really good, as, quickly as I can take a glance at it. I'm just wondering if is it possible you can send me an example of maybe an article that has gone out about the coalition, as well as possibly a sample press release. I'd kind of like to see the approach you've been taking in terms of reaching out to the media. And could you send it to me by tomorrow?
Yep, I can actually do
Great.
that. I'm
Super.
actually, when we're done meeting here, I'm headed
Great.
back to the office. So I will just jot
Good.
myself a note to email you, and I can get you something out this afternoon.
Super. I do have one last question, and that's time commitment. About a year or two ago, I served on my local school board, and then I also was the chairperson of our parish council. And I know sometimes when you agree to volunteer, they sometimes want you for life. And I could probably right now commit to maybe a year or two serving in a volunteer position. But then I want to consider, things, may come up in my life that may change that. My daughter will be done with law school in 3 years, and then I might be moving, or I might be, life will change. And I just don't want to commit to something that I'm not going to be able to fulfill. So I just want to make sure about that.
I think those are definitely, honest,
Okay.
points. I know how it is being, looking for volunteers and that type of thing. Obviously, once we have someone, we'd like them to stay on for as long as possible.
Okay.
But I think we need to be cognizant that that's not always possible for everybody. So I'm definitely aware of that. I do some volunteer work as well outside of what I do in my full-time job.
Okay.
So that, something that I'm aware of in terms of being a volunteer, that things may change in my life and that type of thing. I may not be able to stay involved anymore. So I definitely try to be aware of that as well when I'm, looking to recruit volunteers.
Okay.
So definitely I would say right now, most of the positions that we have in our coalition, usually we say a year or two, and then we give volunteers the opportunity to, if they want to look at other opportunities that exist within our coalition, or if they decide, for whatever reason that, maybe the coalition isn't the best fit for their life at the time, we're definitely, fine with, letting people go
Okay.
at that point. So,
Super. Yeah.
definitely that's something we can consider.
Okay, well, I don't think it's gonna take me a lot of time to make my decision. I'm just wondering, today's Wednesday, if you call me on Friday.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's.
Yeah, no, I'm, as I said, I'm ready.
Okay.
And, I'll give you my cell phone number, so you can
Great,
contact
great.
me there. And then if there's any other questions, if I could ask you those further
Sure.
questions, and I should be able to
Yep,
tell you
great.
yes or no.
Yeah.
But I am definitely interested in the coalition
Well,
for sure.
wonderful.
And, we'll probably say yes, but again, I just needed some time to
Great.
consider.
Well, here's my business
Thank
card.
you.
It does have, all my contact information, as well as my email that I'll send you this afternoon with the press release and some of the articles that, we've done. I will send that to you, and I will, definitely give you a call on Friday and look
Super.
forward to talking to you more. And like I said, if you have questions between now and
Okay.
then, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. So
Okay.
thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet
Yeah.
with me, and
Oh.
I will talk to you on Friday.
Great, no, I enjoy it, thanks so
Great,
much,
thank you.
Jill.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.